So thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Let's first start talk about your appointment at the SOE and what shape have you found the SOE in?
Well, look, I've recently been appointed, as you correctly say, Lubabalo. I am in the process of assessing precisely what you are asking. What is the shape in which Transnet is? All we know is that Transnet is one of the SOEs that have been under a big cloud regarding a number of irregular transactions. And it has been the subject of investigation by a whole range of institutions, one of them being the workmen's attorneys. But there are also investigations that have been initiated internally by management. Others are being undertaken by the Hawks, consequent upon the complaint that was laid with them in November 2017, relating to a number of companies which were either paid monies under different guises. So we are waiting on the Hawks to move rapidly in respect of these investigations.
Has there been any program of action yet that has been drafted to actually pave a way forward with the regaining the public's interest into the SOE?
Well, the starting point, Lubabalo, for us is to understand and analyze the content of the Worksmen's report. We have received a presentation from the Worksmen's. Those directors who have not had the opportunity to receive that presentation will receive it. We will have a further formal presentation to the board on the 13th of June, where all of us will have the opportunity to ask critical questions to the investigators. Arising out of that, of course, we will determine the steps that the board needs to take to clean up and to rebuild the organization.
What are your comments on the recent scandal of a 1 billion rand scandal by the CEO of Transnet?
Well, it would appear that what was reported in the newspapers is an old story that was there, which has been repeated. And until such a time that we have done our work and drilled deeper into the issues affecting the company, we would be very careful of referring to individuals as corrupt.
So the allegations, Ntate Molefe, including the ones of the 1,064 locomotives, are also part of the investigations that are being done at the SOE?
Well, that investigation has already taken place. It was done by the Worksmen's, commissioned by the previous board. We have to deal with the ways of implementing the recommendations arising out of that report.
Where to from here after the board meeting on the 13th of June?
Quite clearly, our responsibility is to discharge the mandate of the company, to make sure that Transnet, as a critical state-owned company in the economy of South Africa, restores its image and integrity, that it cleans itself up. And we're hoping that in doing so, a lot of people within the organization who have information that should be made available to the new board will do so, and that to the extent that there would be investigations by law enforcement agencies, such employees would be willing to cooperate to assist the law enforcement agencies to arrive at the truth. So that's what we would be doing. But critical for us is to make sure that the different business units of the company achieve their strategic priorities, and that is ensuring that freight rail is performing optimally, that our gas pipeline operates optimally, our national ports are performing to the expectations of our people and the shareholder, but also to make sure that there's greater integrity, greater transparency, that we improve also stakeholder relations, make sure that those who provide services to network or to Transnet or Transnet is servicing have confidence in the organization's ability to do its work honestly and diligently.
Should we expect any criminal charges to be laid against individuals who've been found to have had a hand in the misconduct at the utility?
Well, already there are criminal charges that have been laid, and as new information comes up, certainly to the extent that crimes might have been committed, we are obliged as directors in terms of the Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act and the Criminal Procedure Act to make sure that we report all wrongdoings within the organization.